Hey guys, this is Amber. Welcome to my channel, Anxious Amber. Today I'm going to be doing a WIP and chat. I'm going to be working on this section right here of this diamond painting that I got off of AliExpress. There is the item number if you want to look it up. It is not licensed artwork, just keep that in mind. Let's see, let me show you here. This is my journal that I just keep track of stuff that I've done for the year. Let me find this page. Somewhere in here. There we go. So I started this July 30th, and I would really like to get it done this month. Like you can see, it does take me a while to do. This is 30 by 40 canvas, and it is round drill. Let's see, so in my pen today, I'm going to be using Pumpkin Waffles Putty from Painting Sparkles, which is here on YouTube. Let me get it to focus a little bit. There we go. And I do have a 4-placer on my pen. I cannot remember where I got this pen from. I've had it for years, and it is one of my absolute favorites. Go. And I think I'm just going to take some of the putty out of this little container. I don't know if that's enough or not. Get some of that on there real good. That's nice. Smells like fall. Then for my single placer, I like to use the micro mini dots, but I thought I would show you how I do that too. So let me pull out this old one. Alright, and I just like to take maybe 3 of them. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see them on there. Just right there above my fingernail. I usually get a hold of about 3 of them. Then I just take them and roll them up. And then you're just gonna stick it down. Don't drop it. Stick it down into your pen like that. All right, so we're all set up. All right, before I get started, I do also want to show you that I am using the Forever Young tray / storage containers. This is the second time I'm using them, and I'm still not quite sure how I feel about them. They work, but I do still have some trouble with them, so I guess we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm just going to take some scissors and cut right there where I have the washi tape. Then you should, if you pull the plastic down towards the washi tape, it should pull it right in a pretty straight line there across the washi tape. And then I usually just give it a good crease, and I'll cut the rest off when I finish the section. And so for today, I did want to talk about some of my goals for this video. It's to stay in frame, to stay on topic, and to not say the word So we'll see how I do with that, but let's go ahead and get started. And then I say I don't know why I do that. So I'm just going to start with the symbol that is the number 1. Give it a good shake. And see, they just don't stay in the lines very well on this tray. So I do struggle a little bit getting them lined up, and that's my pen. That was not the pen I needed. I needed a diamond painting pen, not a pen. There we go. So in my last WIP and chat, kitten chat, whatever you want to call it, I had started saying something about how I explained anxiety to my mother, and then the grandfather clock went off and the dog started barking, and I never finished my train of thought. So I'm going to start by just saying that I tell my mom that anxiety, panic attacks, it's like being claustrophobic. That really helped her to understand how it feels when I get a heavy chest and have trouble breathing. My response is to run. Some people, you know, you fight, flight, or you freeze, and mine is to flee, to run. So speaking of that, I'll go ahead and get into my Walmart job. I did it for 3 days. Orientation went well, but when I got out on the floor and I was out in the open, I panicked. I got sick. Ended up leaving about an hour early from my shift, and then I just couldn't make myself go back. It was just, I mean, I haven't, now I don't even want to go to Walmart to shop, period. Like, it's just a mental block. I just cannot make myself go to Walmart. So, I guess que sera, sera with that one. I've lost, I just couldn't go back and do that one, so. And it's a real shame because they really do have a lot of benefits and a lot of resources, free resources for their employees. I think it's a really good company to work for. It just wasn't the right place for me. You'll notice that my mini dots are pretty sticky because I just got them. I'm going to rub it on my hand, try to get some of the stickiness off so they don't stick to the drills so much. That being said, my sister did help me get a job at the hotel that she works at. I'm going to be doing front desk, just part-time, second shift, so I'll be checking people in. Hopefully the part-time helps me get back into the workforce a little bit slower. And it is a smaller hotel. I believe they said they had like 68 rooms or something, so it's pretty small. Oh, and I'm hoping that because I'll be behind a desk, I'll be able to feel solid and protected, and that one wasn't right. There we go. So I'm hoping that this one goes better. We'll see. I start on Tuesday. I believe it's August 26th. I'm excited about it, nervous about it. Front desk at a hotel is something that I've done before. I did that end of 2019, beginning of 2020. But that was a real mess, I'm sure you can imagine. So I did get out of it. Thought I'd never go back to customer service because it was just horrible. But I'm looking forward to it. Again, it is smaller, so I don't think it'll be as many people at one time. You just check them in as they come in, and hopefully everything goes well there. So this diamond painting, I'm sure you've all watched or know of Netflix's Wednesday series. I haven't watched series or season 2 yet. I don't like it when they release them in 2 parts, so I'll probably wait to watch it until part 2 has come out. But like I said, I've got a larger diamond painting picked out for Drills and Chills, which starts September 1st, and I just want to get this one done and out of the way before that. Overall, it's been a pretty good kit to work on. The drills aren't misshaped or have holes or anything in them, so it's been pretty easy going. And I do think it's coming out pretty quick. I will say the drill field, you can see it's like dark, and then you've got the white ring around the symbols. Those, if you don't get perfect placement, do kind of show through a little bit, especially with the darker colors. You can see that white behind it, which has aggravated me a little bit, but it's not too bad. And it is computer rendered, so it is very confetti heavy. More so than I think is probably necessary, but I wish I knew who the artist was. I really love the chibi look of it. And right now I'm just using my multi-placer. I put 3 drills on there. It helps if you're in frame. There I am. Sorry. And I just hit, like, just put 1 drill on at a time so I can get 3 different single ones on. A little technique I learned from painting Sparkles. She's fascinating to watch, her multi-placing. All right, let me go back to my notes to see what I've talked about. And yes, I took notes so I could stay on topic, not mess up where I'm at, not talk about the same thing over and over again. I did want to shout out to Haley. Did my nails today. I got Harry Potter done for Back to Hogwarts Day, which is September 1st. She's amazing. All of this is done by hand, very steady hand, and a little tiny paintbrush. So she did an excellent job on them, and they look really great. As for reading, I did finish reading The Dead Guy Next Door by Lucy Score. It's Riley Thorne series. It was book 1. It was a cute little book. I gave it 3 stars personally. I am going to continue the series. At least that's my plan. And then I also finished listening on Audible to The Only One Left by Riley Sager, S-A-G-E-R. I actually gave it 5 stars. It was really a good story. Kind of did not see that coming, how it ended, but I enjoyed it for sure. And then I'm currently listening to Accomplice to the Villain, which is the 3rd book in the Assistant to the Villain series. I'm really enjoying that series. Like I said, I've actually done it all on Audible, but I am going to buy them in book form. I think it'll be worth having. Ones that I will probably reread without question. So definitely worth having hard copies of. And then as for watching, Mom and I finished the 2nd season of the Big Bang Theory. Kind of late to the game on that one, but it is hilarious. It is such a good show. And then we've just been watching reruns on television. We've kind of found Expedition Unknown that we've been watching reruns for. Very interesting show. Kind of, I don't know that it, being an archaeologist is something I could do, because I mean they find bones and mummies and yeah, human bones and mummies, which is a little not for me, kind of gross. Kind of gross, but it is interesting stuff from the past that they pull up and find, and I can see how the adventure and the finding of the stuff is exciting. And then I've also been kind of watching some YouTube videos of ideas for a content journal, or one I can use to track my YouTube videos, some goals and some planning out for that. Still would like to find some more ideas before I really dive into making a journal for it, but that's going to be something I start in 2026. So I've got some time to get that all set up and ready to go. And that's all the stuff I wanted to talk to you about. I'll let you know probably in my next WIP and Chat how my new job goes. Wish me luck. Like I said, I am nervous, but looking forward to having a job, making a little bit of money. And I'll continue doing some unboxings of stuff that I have ordered that I haven't received yet. A lot of them were things, you know, you order them and then they make the product, so it just takes a little bit longer to get them. I haven't really been buying much lately. I am used up all the money that I had saved because I've not worked all summer, so I'm kind of now having to really be careful about my spending, which I wish I had been before I was out of money. But like I said in my last video, shopping is an addiction, and it also is a mental health issue. You get that feeling of happiness when you buy stuff, and I think I was going off of that this summer a lot more than I should have been. Alright, and then I think I'm going to figure out how to do like a speed video for the rest of this, and I'll come back when I get this square done. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. that square done, I'm going to just go ahead and cut off this piece of plastic. There we go. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. And I just have the rest of this bottom bit to finish and it'll be done. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.